Over the last 24 hours, we've been digesting the budget announcement that was made yesterday. Whilst the headline was there'd be no tax changes for the working people, we do agree there are no direct tax changes. However, there are going to be impacts on everybody, as the employers are going to be impacted. One of the biggest changes for employers will be things like national insurance. Although employees are not going to increase their national insurance contributions, employers are, and that's under three different folds. The first one being national minimum wage is going to be increasing, which means everyone's earnings are going to increase, meaning more will be liable for national insurance. Secondly, the national insurance rates for employers are going to be reducing in terms of the amount someone could earn before national insurance by the employer is payable. Currently, an employee can earn up to £9,100 and an employer has no national insurance to pay for that. That will be dropping from April to £5,000. This is meant to be offset against an increase in the employment allowance, which currently an employer can have the first £5,000 of any employer's national insurance in a tax year free, as HMRC attributes a tax credit to this. However, that's going to be increasing to £10,500. The concept is that the employment allowance will offset against the increases in the national insurance, but we know as an accountancy firm that's not going to happen for small employers. There will be an increase in costs. So it will impact the working people. However, it won't be a direct impact, but it will impact things like pay rises, how many employees will be able to be employed in any particular period. So there are going to be impacts. There are lots of other tax changes. The main things I want to talk about today are those that are going to impact the small employers. We've covered the national insurance, we've covered the minimum wage, but I just want to touch on the increase in the minimum wage in a bit more detail. So for over 21s, from April, the national minimum wage will be going up to £12.21. That's quite a large increase. It's the same for apprentices. That's going up to £7.55, another large increase. Now, whilst that's great for us that are employed, the employers still have to find that money to pay it. It's going to impact employers that generally have a lot of casual staff, those in the retail industry and the hospitality industry. And their impact is going to be further compounded by the changes in the business rates relief. Currently, businesses within the leisure, retail and hospitality industry have a 75% discount on their business rates. From April, that's dropping to 40%. So suddenly, our local pub, who might be run by a small family, are going to have increases in national minimum wage, increases in national insurance, and increases in business rates relief. This is concerning for these businesses. They still fully haven't recovered from COVID and all the restrictions they had at the time. And of course, the cost of living crisis for the general people out there aren't utilising those services as much as before. So if you are concerned about these impacts to your business, contact us today and we'll see how we can support you in estimating the impacts to your business. I'm Edith from Carthy Accountants, helping you get the business you want.